Hello, I'm Scott Meldrum with Van Wall Equipment. We're here to talk about the new John Deere X9 Series Combine. The X9 Combine was designed from the ground up with two things in mind: increased capacity and increased efficiency. The John Deere engineers have taken note of these two parameters from the front of the machine to the rear of the machine. Let's take a look at all these new features. With the new X9 Combine, there's many improvements to achieve our goal of capacity and efficiency. We'll start here at the front of the machine with the feeder house. The feeder house on the X9 Combine is 23% wider. That equates to roughly 13 inches. This allows for the new model year 21 corn heads, drapers, and belt pickup heads. Another difference on the X9 feeder house is the single position drum. No longer does a farmer have to change from corn to soybeans, raising and lowering the drum. One drum position, all crops. While we're here at the front of the feeder house, notice the Feederhouse Slats. They're not cast any longer. They are steel. This provides for better wear and less breakage. On a traditional S-Series combine, the Feederhouse slats are spaced every 12 lengths of the feeder house chain. On an X9 combine, these slats are spaced every 6 lengths. What does this mean? It means better orientation of the ears prior to heading into the feed accelerator. Now we'll go around the side of the feeder house. The new X9 Combine has these Lexan doors. The purpose of these Lexan doors is so you do not have to remove any of the side shields to check your conveyor belt tensioner. Simply look in the window, verify its positioning. If it needs to be adjusted, no tools to open the window, turn the black knob and you can raise it up and we can get in and adjust our tension as necessary. Another safety feature on the X9 Combine is the fact that we no longer have the safety latch on the lift cylinders. We now have this button right here, which if you're on the ground and someone is in the machine, you simply press this button and that will lock the cylinders so you can work under the head at any height. It's also engaged if the operator gets out of the operator's seat. Another change on the X9 Combine comes with the new Prodrive XL Transmission. This transmission utilizes 2 hydraulic motors, each tuned specifically for a different task. One motor is tuned for in-field harvesting operation, the other tuned for road transport operation. The purpose of this is better power transmission and better efficiency. Using a single motor for in-field operation reduces the need to shift while making end row turns. What truly sets the X9 Series combines apart from any other John Deere combine is the twin rotor design. Our twin rotor design is fed by a feed accelerator. The feed accelerator up front is actually slightly different than on an S-Series combine. In the center of the feed accelerator, we have a chevron pattern. What that chevron pattern does is take the crop mat that's coming in through the feeder house and evenly divide it between the 2 rotors. Once it's into the rotor, both rotors spin down and inward to also help feed and divide the crop mat. The rotors in the X9 Combine are approximately 15 inches longer than previous rotors. What this allows for is longer separation and longer cleaning area. In the X9 Combine, the material actually spins approximately 2.5 revolutions of the rotor in the threshing area of the combine. We've now moved towards the rear of the machine. This is a great place to talk about the new and improved grain loss monitoring system. The X9 Combine comes with 10 grain loss sensors. There are 2 loss sensors on each rotor for a total of 4 rotor loss sensors. There are also 6 loss sensors on the cleaning shoe. They're spread across the rear of the machine, therefore letting us know what area of the cleaning shoe is actually experiencing the loss. This will allow the operator to then take corrective measures on the correct area of the machine to reduce losses to an acceptable level. The next major component of the X9 Series Combine to discuss will be the engine. The X9 Series Combine is powered by a John Deere 13.6 liter John Deere manufactured engine. The X9 1000 has a single turbo 13.6 liter engine with 630 horsepower. The X9 1100 has a twin turbo 13.6 liter 690 horsepower engine. The major change of the 13.6 liter engine leads directly to a 20% fuel efficiency improvement. After seeing all the new innovations and changes on the X9 Combine, let's talk about how it stacks up. Let's use the John Deere S790 as our baseline. The X9 1000 compares to the S790 with a 30% increase in productivity. The X9 1100 compares to the S790 with a 50% increase in productivity. What does this mean? This means more acres per day, more bushels per day, more bushels per hour. Lastly, let's talk about the cleaning area. John Deere's X9 Series Combines have 75 square feet of louvered area. That is over 45% more than our closest competitor. Now we moved up into the cab of the new X9 Series Combine. One of the major differentiators of the X9 is integrated technology. This starts with the integrated Starfire 6000 receiver on the roof. Next we move to the integrated Gen 4 command center display with the addition of the Gen 4 Extend monitor. This allows us to view multiple pages at the same time. Also included with the X9 Combine is our Combine Advisor package. This allows for more accurate adjustments to the Combine settings, allowing the operator to actually monitor its harvesting and let the Combine maintain the grain tank sample. Another feature is actually in the grain tank. It's the active yield system. What the active yield system does is it is constantly calibrating the yield monitor as the operator is harvesting throughout the day, giving better accuracy to the collected data. Another unique feature of the new X Series Combine is how well the door closed. Remember on the 700 series where we had to shut it fairly hard to get the door to seal? The X9 actually has a positive closing door. If it's not shut all the way, there's a motor that will completely close the door, sealing out any dust and excessive noise. Another thing we want to point out is this logo right here. This is the John Deere Signature Edition logo. John Deere said that he would never put his name on a piece of equipment that didn't have the best of the best in it. And the X9 Series Combine can be ordered with the top of the line of all the components, and that's when you get this decal. To wrap up, the X9 achieves its goals of increased capacity and increased efficiency from the front to the rear. In the front, we have the new redesigned larger feeder house going into the new redesigned feed accelerator through a twin rotor design, through a largest in the industry cleaning shoe with the most grain loss monitor sensors John Deere has had on a machine. And then into the cab with all the integrated technologies from the new integrated Starfire receiver all the way through the Gen 4 monitor and into the grain tank with the active yield monitoring system. What does this mean for our growers? It means more acres per hour and more bushels per hour. Thanks, and have a great harvest season.